Hello, my name is Corey O'Brien. I'm the OEM stream leader at Octo Telematics, and welcome to our discussion today about the new normal and next generation fleet technologies. An especially interesting topic, hopefully, given that nearly every part of our life has completely changed this year. From the way we interact with each other to the way we interact with the world and technology around us. We might have new rules in our society, but we're adopting at a great pace. Technology and connectivity have reached unprecedented levels through the pandemic, not only from online webinars like we're in today, to the connectivity we're using at work, in our vehicles, and at the grocery store for package and grocery delivery, and even our schools with a remote learning online, and our beloved sports with almost no fans in the stands. While our risk level is high, our desire to get back to normal is also very high. And this means we must use innovation to come up with solutions to get our lives and our businesses back again. We need to evolve and disrupt so that we can begin to thrive. We need to embrace the attitude of evolution, not only in our personal lives, but also in our business lives too. The challenges we face today are big, but they're achievable. There are over 1 billion cars in the world today, and some estimates say that that number will double in the next 10 years. But contrasting that, another report shows that 40% of the new generation of drivers aren't even thinking about owning a vehicle. So maybe there is hope. There will be a shift in mindset toward shared mobility, and we won't see a doubling of vehicles over the next 10 years. These are quite different times we're in now. Social interactions are potentially forever changed. People are moving out of urban areas and into the more rural surroundings of our big cities. Of course, we've seen the slowdown in mobility services like car sharing and fleets, but yet we still know these services will be part of the future of mobility, and they will come back. They have to. The old transportation model wasn't working prior to 2020, and the pandemic has just been the catalyst to move us forward faster. We need to innovate to get us back to normal. The perception of risk is very important and evident today, for example, with ride sharing. We know there isn't some golden ticket to help us get out of the pandemic immediately, but the perception has to be that there's a tangible solution that will enable us to get this transportation mode back again. But these solutions will come quickly as the demand is there for these new modes of transportation. The solutions we develop will allow our business to restart and get the economy back to normal again. These new generations that aren't interested in owning vehicles are showing us that there is a future in mobility, of shared mobility. And the manufacturers must consider both the technology and personal customer experience in order to succeed in the future. Those that don't keep this in mind are going to be left behind. The change is coming, it's inevitable. So we either embrace disruptive solutions or be destined to fail if we don't adapt. So these are what Octo considers as 4 pillars of the next generation of fleet: flexibility, connectivity, efficiency, and sustainability. So the first pillar of flexibility. We need to be able to have the ability to adapt to every possible situation quickly without having to rebuild the entire platform. That means your platform needs to be modular. You need to be able to manage a small fleet of maybe 20 vehicles for a smaller company, but then you need to be able to scale this as you grow, maybe be able to deal with thousands of vehicles as required. And you don't want to have to undergo some extensive rebuild of the infrastructure as you expand. We address this today not only across many customers and applications, but even also across different markets. And so this needs to be a consideration for you to be sure you can cover from insurance to fleet, maybe even then to car sharing. You want the underpinnings of the platform to already be established and be flexible and scalable in nature. Of course, given the wide audience that's going to use your product, you need to make sure that it's simple and user-friendly. Lastly, given the importance of data as the backbone of your business, special attention must be spent on how the data is ingested, anonymized, cleaned, and transformed into value for your customers. The next pillar is connectivity. This all starts with how the data is collected and what devices are used to do that. Like this little box we pioneered back in 2002 as Octo, to what has now become a very sophisticated telematics device, capable of monitoring virtually everything in and around cars, making them fully connected and ready for new services. And of course, today, the software running inside these devices is the most powerful part of connectivity. Octo is uniquely positioned here because of our extensive background, long history, where we can help you to ensure that we leverage the data not only from the connected device, but maybe also from the OEM embedded modems and even smartphones that are now acting as sensors. So being able to bring all this together to create value is extremely important. We fundamentally have a plethora of devices for every possible need in the connected vehicle space today. Octo has a wire-in device called SharePro that even has significant onboard processing that has the power to run machine learning algorithms or even do edge computing in the vehicle itself to enable you to reduce the data load sending to the cloud. That goes all the way from these heavy compute type devices to basic plug-in devices, windshield tags to enable UBI, or even using your smartphone as a sensor. No matter your needs for connectivity, there's a plethora of devices available. Octo can help you in supporting that, but really you need the software and platform capability to enable you to use the Internet of Everything in your fleet. Third pillar is sustainability. So of course, through live monitoring and reporting, you have a better understanding of how to manage the fleet. But it can't stop at those basics of the operations team. It has to go further, and you have to use deeper analytics, like preventative maintenance or predictive maintenance, for example. We have the ability to get this data, and we can use those machine learning and edge algorithms to do this, to save bandwidth, as I mentioned. And if you need help, we not only have the background and engineers to create these models, but we also have a deep history of success in doing this, for example, with automated crash detection or driver behavior. But we can also help when it comes to sizing of your fleet. Maybe you want to use pattern recognition to evaluate the usage of your current fleet and how you can make changes to that fleet to improve efficiency and sustainability. Or maybe you want to evaluate the type of vehicles that you should be using in your fleet. You want to estimate the benefits of shifting from IC-based vehicles to electric vehicles. And you want to do this based on specific patterns and routes, the way the people that drive those cars actually use the vehicles. Actually, if you're interested in more detail on this topic, we're going to have another Octo webinar towards the end of the month, where we're going to go a lot deeper on this topic. But anyway, we just spoke about how the pandemic has sped up this transformation, accelerating next-gen fleet concepts with new technologies that are going to accelerate our transformation. But clearly, the health and safety of our customers and employees must be at the forefront of this focus. And this is where I'd like to explain two very innovative solutions that we think can have a big impact on the next generation of fleet with solutions that are available today. Octo's Pure Play solution, for example, is an in-vehicle sanitization device to clean and purify the air and surfaces within your vehicle. And to link this to the previous pillar of connectivity, we've actually made this purifier connected by pairing it with our OBD plug-in connectivity solution to enable remote sanitization. So now not only can you run automatic and schedule automatic cycles for cleaning, but for example, at the end of a car sharing rental, we can automatically sanitize the vehicle to ensure the next driver has peace of mind and a clean, sanitized vehicle available when they go to rent. The status of vehicle sanitization can also be displayed within your car sharing or rental app so that the next person doing the booking can actually see that the vehicle has been sanitized and is safe for use. And since you've added this connectivity and sanitization feature into your fleet, you can now also leverage the second thing, which is Octo Smart Keyless. And so this enables a contactless and keyless rental and car sharing solution. So you use the mobile app to lock and unlock the vehicle that enables you to have a completely contactless rental initiation and even closing of the rental application, all within the mobile app. Okay, so lastly, the final pillar, efficiency. So this starts from a very well-designed customer experience. And for that, we have almost 20 years of experience in this space, creating value with our customers. And clearly we can help you too. From geofencing to live data communication, alerts, maintenance, scheduling, and notifications are all standard features these days. But how they're implemented in the solution matters. You want a single platform, maybe even also a single app that addresses multimodal mobility, all in one easy to access solution. And on top of the solution itself comes end-to-end services. So from analytic solutions like evaluating the efficiency or utilization of your fleet to reservation, payment, and invoicing services to address the efficiency of your business. The modularity of the platform itself is also very important in enabling not only a multitude of features required, but also to ensure that you're future-proofed and new integrations, when new integrations are necessary, right? We also think about the end of the cycle. So leveraging analytics with things like usage-based insights or electronic service or maintenance records to maximize the value of those vehicle assets when you go to remarket them. So these usage-based analytics are the missing piece to an already quite sophisticated process that fleets used for remarketing and valuation today. So these data are now available and we can use them to help improve these models to the next level using true usage-based analytics. So hopefully you've enjoyed the conversation and agree that we must consider flexibility, efficiency, and sustainability along with connectivity to enable the next generation of fleet. And we think Octo can be a key enabler as your partner. Thank you very much for attending and stay safe.